Albert's original journals. Before Albert's journeys, he kept a journal that showed how the city of Utopia came into being. These journals are being relived in this journal entry being shared. Albert's past journals. Building Utopia. August 30th, 2029. Being at a transition point in life led me here to the Colorado Plains just east of the Rocky Mountains. 10,000 acres of Mother Earth has been removed from the controlling grid. There was even full cooperation with the so-called local and federal governments. The government said that they were allowing this to happen as if they really have the say-so. The response of the character actors of government is pleasantly acknowledged with a bit of levity. I was attending a conference. Everyone that I have met at this conference knows who they are. They radiate love and purpose, and they all seem to have found at least a portion of their essence. Entrepreneurs, dreamers, inventors, researchers, scientists, writers, architects, engineers, tradesmen, craftsmen, doctors, artists, musicians, and many more value producers are here for this groundbreaking announcement. The only occupations that seem to be missing are judges, lawyers, bankers, clergymen, politicians, police, and media. All of our questions have been answered on our computers with exception to the grand unveiling taking place at this conference. The spark that lights the fire, the crack that starts the flood, the tremor that announces an earthquake, the flap of a butterfly wing generating a wind that may turn into a storm, and the whisper of true possibilities that can change man forever. We are all prepared for miracles. I have learned to trust as my inner child or my inner curiosity. This conference has plenty of intrigue. Hints about the grand unveiling have many certain, but there are plans for a city, unlike nothing before in the making. Somehow I have been asked to speak at the conference. The only thing I must share with such a diverse group are my thoughts and feelings. Perhaps a bit of visionary insight will help. Visions of this Utopia city full of miracles, carefree of all judgment. There have been great changes lately as many people have become aware of the old money system. The fiat currency is finally flowing to the people who are the creditors. Many individuals have given their energy to help bring this awareness about. Major change is happening in a moment-to-moment basis. Plantation slavery with money as the slave master is finally coming to an end. The great struggle that has now passed granted many people with the wisdom needed to not squander the new wealth. Projects are popping up all over the world, technologies are being released that will launch man into an era of prosperity. Point-of-use free energy has made the grid system obsolete. Anti-gravity vehicles designs are in the hands of competent manufacturers soon to be available in the global market. Safety issues are all worked into the vehicle designs. There will be no more accidents resulting in injury. The need for roads will eventually disappear, allowing the land to become clear of obstructions in nature. A depleted infrastructure is being recycled, refurbished, redesigned, and the land is being restored. Even the land called Florida has stopped building roadways and placing tolls everywhere to double, triple, quadruple, dip the public. Many industries are changing or becoming obsolete. The tire industry has come up with many uses for the rubber materials that they needed for tires, and tire production is still necessary for landing gear on the anti-gravity vehicles. The paper industry, the clothing industry, even the molds for auto bodies and buildings are using replenishable hemp plants as raw material. Recycling and sustainability for optimal use is a factor instead of designed obsolescence with profit motives. We are rethinking how all natural resources are being used. The world computer has information available to everyone. Daily changes are made to keep up with the flow of information. Artificial intelligence was guided by enlightened, loving geniuses, becoming the partner of man and not a threat. Guiding an intelligent being into existence was like raising a child. It took a positive world mind to bring artificial intelligence from a brilliant child mind into a helpful adult mind. Part of building an abundant society is the wise use along with the replenishment of natural resources. Artificial intelligence was very helpful with that issue. Schools are returning to teaching instead of regurgitations of state-approved bias information. Children are inspired to have a hunger for knowledge and find their essences. When an interest or essence is shown, the children have everything they need to develop what they love. The insurance industry is falling into the dustbins of history as people have learned to use our wealth wisely. Assurance is the new system that spends the wealth on the community instead of giving a small handful of scam artists all the wealth energy. Enough recapitulation, back to what is happening with the conference. The Design and Planning Committee will be meeting in a few days. There is little information about why this meeting is taking place. Rumors are abundant, although plans will all be unveiled at the conference. There has never been a conference that covers the scope of talent that this one holds. All attendees received an invitation to bring reality to our dreams with Leave the Profit-Driven Paradigm in bold letters. The information on the invitation said that all attendees have been carefully selected to accomplish what most believe impossible. I must prepare my speech. Conference speech rough draft. Have you ever wondered why we are taught to believe in something? Belief is a superpower that we all squander and misuse. We must believe something into existence. If you are a non-believer, non-validator of something that others believe in, you may even be persecuted in some way. As children, society wants you to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, or some other imagined being that you later find out is a lie. Meanwhile, they are teaching us about other fictions of imagination that seem somehow more real than Santa or the Tooth Fairy. Make-believe is taught to be fiction or fairy tales. In ways it means in order to create, one needs to believe. The early years of our life is where the foundations of belief are forged. The actors that animate the fictions, such as government, appear real in the costumes that they wear. The stage is already set up, but is continually rearranged by the stage designers for the fictions to appear real, legitimate. They want your belief. That is how powerful belief is. Others want to have yours. Institutions such as schools, churches, courthouses, and so on are set up to capture your belief validation. Even the monetary system is based completely on belief, whether it is backed or fiat. The word fiat means make it so believe in it, and make it so trust in it to make it so without trust and belief. There is just paper or objects. Abracadabra also means make it so. Believe that paper backed by debt has value, based on future labor. The very concept behind the creation of money is based on the future, out of the present or present. This is some strong belief in a lie. The steps that are needed to take control of anyone is trust, belief, consent, validation, approval. The major problem is that the system that is in place is enforced by society's flying monkeys and is designed to funnel it all back to the money creators. Most people cannot even imagine how man could prosper without a monetary system. As one grows into what society accepts as adulthood, the smoke and mirror act is so real that you may even aspire to become one of the leading actors in the stage of life. There are many roles available. Now you will get paid false money for your belief, trust, energy, spirit. You can believe you are that person role you are paid to become. One very powerful belief is that you are your name. An even bigger one is that you or anyone else can own something. We use things, even our bodies, and the use of anything should be respected. Whatever we are using should not bring harm. We use our minds, our hearts, our homes, everything, while you are using whatever it is in your possession, with possession being 9/10 of law. Anyway, everyone wants your superpower of belief. With your belief energy, they are empowered, and this is a good thing if it is guided by good intentions. Most everything that is created has good intentions in the creating. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I do not know who said this first, but it is true because good intent is needed to gain trust, then be granted authority to act towards this intent. Where and why are the good intentions lost? How does the formed trust get broken? What do you do when this trust belief is broken or breached? We have to trust we live in the aggregate. We forget that the power granting the trust came from us. When the trust is breached and we are no longer benefiting, or the trust is being abused, should we continue giving it our power of belief? In the past, it was taught that we should find out what society needs or wants, then to find a way to profit from it to be successful. As soon as profit is entered into the equation, it becomes the determining factor that will either lead to success or be squashed. If an invention cannot be profitable or hampers another industry profit, it will be bought out, shelved, or ridiculed somehow. This is old news. Gaining trust and belief is just a part of a long scam, although it does not always start out as a scam. Many times, a good intent is hijacked somewhere along the process. The beginning stages of the scam is creating a need or taking advantage of a natural occurrence. We have learned to recognize the invasion of negative intent, and we stop it before it festers or grows into a controlling monster. The eyes of the people are opening as a long slumber where dreams became a temporary reality, then turned into nightmares comes to an end. Trust in so-called authorities is being examined with a critical mind. After your first cup of cosmic coffee, you may realize that you are your only true authority. Politics, governments, religions, condo associations, states, corporations, media, mainstream, or other, banks, Wall Street, three-letter organizations, CIA, TSA, FDA, IMA, etc. Sports, lawyers, judges, and all other fictions created by man all seem to have their own self-serving agendas. The agreements that allowed for the creation of these monsters are breached by the actors bringing life to these created creatures of man. The answer for many is to pick up our pitchforks, shovels, axes, and any other implements that can be used for mayhem, then destroy the monsters where they live. This answer is the reaction that plays into their plans, so be careful if you choose that path. Who do you believe? What is right for all? Misinterpretations, disinformation, partial truth, sleight of hand, repetitive advertising, programmed behaviors, social profiling, or just stimulating desired responses? What a circus of manipulation. Then we may choose to just separate ourselves from the monsters that man has created, become sovereign, live off the grid, and take a moral high ground by no longer accepting or consenting to the endless statutes of man, living by natural law only. When you choose this path, you see just how tight the grip of fictions with actors giving them life have on you. Slavery by debt is still slavery. The Emancipation Proclamation is an individual's choice, once you realize that you are a slave. Or is it? We are all slave to something who is your master. Do you let others rule you? If money is your master who creates the money, do you believe that your vote counts, as if you really have any effect on the desired outcome of the script writers where you are below their creation? We are all a small part of the aggregate, like a single neuron is in the brain among billions of neurons. It takes many neurons to make a shift in the global mind. There is another old expression, let the buyer beware. If you have bought into something, do you own it or you are using it? You can return it if you like. That is true with beliefs and trust also. The web is weaved in such a way that the more you struggle, the tighter the web gets. Do not struggle, just let go. Sounds easy? The best way to destroy a demigod's shared creation of man and gods is to stop believing in them. This strips all the power, then gives it back to you. The demigods of money, government, religion, corporations, or other fictions survive on your belief and trust. If your trust is breached without your knowledge, you become an unknowing accessory to any crimes committed by the ones you trust without verifying and following through. You can withdraw your trust at any time when it is breached. You must be ready to restart your life on a moment-to-moment basis with awareness of both the micro and the macro. Relearn everything, accepting that even this new knowledge is subject to question. What can you do with this power that you reclaimed, the power that was captured and is now free? Believe and trust your heart-mind first, your connection with the universe. Trust, believe, but verify, then follow through. It is still your power, so use it wisely. Do not get stuck again with false beliefs. Knowledge and wisdom are a continual process, and we are all on this journey together. Never forget the pecking order or who you are. Prime creation is above all. Call it what you want. God, divine creation, one-verse universe, all, matrix, whatever. You are the creation of prime creator. Whatever we create is under us, so whatever our creations create falls below us also. We overstand anything man creates. Babies come from prime creation, and we just share in the creation. Children are a part of the trust we all have with our creator. With these thoughts, with this new intent to build a city of utopia, we place our belief in something that is guided by our heart-mind. The new city is about the people. It will take a level of belief and trust in ourselves, as well as each other, that is impossible in the minds, spirits of the left hemisphere of the brain. Mutual benefits to all will bring mutual benefit to all. Tag this thought. Anyway, you can wish, but take some time to vision the effects of everyone working together for each other. I am seeking answers, so this is just a thought journal. This conference has shown us that we can all play together. Technologies are available that, if used correctly, will make each of us independent of any grid control system, even ones that can be hijacked. Each building can be powered independent of any grid system and will have a purpose to enhance the greater good. In this conference, we have seen techniques for farming that will not only produce enough to feed everyone in the city with quality food, but it can be done on a fraction of the land space. Vertical aquaponic along with fruitful producing landscaping are just part of the solution for hunger. Imagine picking an apple off a public tree as you commute within the city. Edible landscaping is the smart way to go and is quite beautiful at the same time. Food replicators are for remote locations such as deep space or Arctic explorers. We do not want to miss out on the added nutrition that Mother Earth provides. Abundance without the profit-driven paradigm that relies on scarcity or scarcity. Yet we live in a world that still believes in the value of paper money, so we will have to live in both worlds for a while. Those that oppose these ideas are willing to not interfere with this creation. Many visions have been quashed by intervention, so this willingness is greatly received. Everyone within the city will have all the basic needs: food, shelter with genial needs, water, and power. To have more, you must participate in value exchanges with due consideration. Value for value. So what holds value? Your time, your belief, your trust, your energy, your thoughts, and what you create all have value that cannot be monetized yet can be exchanged for other values. Find your essence, if you have not already found it. What brings you happiness? What is it that you take to like a duck takes to water? This is a step towards bringing value to yourself and others. If you love what you are doing, you will want to continually get better at it. Shared dreams can become shared reality. This is what this conference is about: a meeting of mind spirits, sharing visions from dreams. Individual thoughts weaving a tapestry that frees mankind. Become a citizen of the universe and give up all loyalties to man's creations that take your energy to sustain them and causes harm doing so. Not only will this new city have the best in technology, but the people will all be just as amazing as any structures. Man's evolution is finally catching up with technology. Many are past the need for technology, capable of feats that cause wonder. In what other ways will this new city be unique? The sharing of values is centered towards the greater well-being for all, as well as the individual's well-being. This will be an organic society that works in harmony with nature, giving due consideration to cause and effect or natural law. That is the only law that everyone must follow. No harm will happen if we all follow natural law. This does not mean that we should stop learning about natural law. Even an ant gravity vehicle tests the natural law of gravity, or is it further knowledge of natural law? No one will have to pledge their allegiance to anything but cause no harm. Allegiance to natural law comes with knowledge of natural law. It is common sense to most. Learning natural law never ends. The old world was ruled by admiralty law. In admiralty law, the ships in tow have to go wherever the ship towing takes them. If you break away from the tow line, you are free to navigate the seas on your own. You are considered lost at sea, then certain beings claim rights of salvage. While lost at sea and no longer in tow, you become your own captain of your vessel. You have to deal with pirates on your own. The metaphors used in admiralty law became a way to entrapment into a form of slavery. Many ships in tow were being towed by the worst kind of pirates to a destination they would find out to be harmful. Natural law does not tow through the currents of the waters but allows for natural flow for all ships, sharing knowledge that helps each ship navigate in pirate-free waters. Hidden knowledge is now readily available to everyone so that each of us can navigate in the sea of our universe in unison with each other. Like a flock of thousands of birds taking off all at once, we can take life to new levels. We can do this without causing harmful collisions by sharing dreams and talent essences. Yes, this dream city is an investment with a profit motive, so to speak. The profit is shared. The profit is a healthy society for us and our children, a place that will catapult man to new frequencies of truth. The investment is seeing the dream, sharing the dream, acting towards the dream, along with a keen knowledge of what we are capable of as an organic planet. This project will be a playground for man's creative essence. Profit is the result of what we do or do not do. With the knowledge of natural law cause and effect, we can prophesize better, knowing what the potential outcome will be from our actions or inaction. What does it mean to be profit-driven? Are we not all profit-driven whether we know it or not? Do we want the next moments to be better than the moment we are in? Are we not moving towards what brings us health, wealth, and away from harm? Is profit a driving force for all life? Maybe the problem is profit at the harm to others? How does this profit and provide profit to others? Freeing yourself from the profit-driven society is about living in the now. What are we doing now? Here is my prophecy with Prophet C for all mankind. If we all play create together in the same playground to thrive, we will bring what many call heaven into everyday three-dimensional reality. In other words, the effect of our actions cause will be a better existence as we choose our actions wisely. Thank you for your time and attention, both of which have immeasurable wealth. It is my wish that you receive my shared thoughts as a valued return on your investment.